recording just in case like Deshaun Demetrius end up not making it. They can watch this. Then I'm gonna share my screen and let's move this down a little so I can make that full. Move that back up. Okay. So we're probably not doing like these first two pages. They're like activities and you all are gonna need like paper and pencil to do it. So I don't wanna do that because I know some of you have paper, some of you don't, some of you have pencil, some of you don't, some have both, some have none. Not dealing with that right now. But we are starting a brand new unit. So I wanna just talk a little bit about it first. Our unit is unit 5. In this unit, we are just getting ready. We're not starting because I don't think you guys start actual geometry until like 7th or 8th grade, but this unit kind of just introduces you a little to geometry, which geometry is just the mathematical study of shapes. And the reason why geometry is important is because like once you're older, and I can attest to this, you will use geometry a little. You might not use it as much as these math problems are gonna say you'll use it, but you do use it a little bit. You do, believe it or not, use geometry when you are, or say you're organizing your bedroom and you're trying to figure out if a desk will fit here, or your bed fits here, or this bed frame fits this bed, or this carpet fits this floor. Those kinds of things, which might seem just silly and normal, actually use geometry because you are trying to figure out what shapes fit what shapes work, what shapes don't, what shapes are too small, what shapes are too big, things like that. Even if it's something silly like a square carpet or a rectangular desk, you, believe it or not, just naturally use geometry already. And so the specifics of it is going to revolve a lot around this one word called polygons. You probably have heard the word polygons in very many different ways. There's like websites called Polygon. There's people that use it in other ways, but in math, all a polygon is a shape with a side that you can measure. So it's usually a shape starting at a triangle going up to more sides. So like triangle, then a square, pentagon, hexagon. You guys following me? 3 sides, then 4 sides, 5, 6, 7, all the way up, blah, blah, blah. Until you usually get to like a perfect circle when you can't really measure the sides anymore. That's when you have to measure the inside of the circle. Because they're essentially, a circle is really just a polygon, but with like hundreds of sides, which is why if you like took a circle, drew a circle on like your computer, and then you zoomed in all the way to the pixels of it, you will see little tiny squares, like making these like little zigzags all the way around your circle, which is crazy to think about. But that is a circle. A circle really is just a polygon with hundreds of sides, which is crazy, but it's true. But it obviously, polygons get to a place where you can't measure the outside because our rulers can only get so small, and we can only measure a side so well past millimeters, which is smaller than a centimeter, which is smaller than an inch. That's pretty small. So that's when you'll get to measuring the inside. But since we're just starting, this is literally chapter 1, we're just going to focus on simple shapes we know called polygons, like triangles, squares, rhombus, diamond, maybe a pentagon. I think I might have seen one, but I don't remember for sure. But we're going to start there. And I believe what we're starting with is just simply graphing a polygon on one of those graphing charts that we've talked about in the previous units when we were in school. And we talked a little bit about it on Zoom 2 weeks ago and last week when we're plotting. You know how we do hallway and then we do elevator and then we make a dot? So we're basically doing that again, except this time we'll make 3 or 4 dots and then we'll connect the dots and make a shape. Okay, so it's not too hard. I'm gonna try and go slow. So please feel free to put in the chat. Hey, Mr. Hughes, you're going too fast. Please do not unmute to yell. I still would love it if you guys raise your hands. And oh, hold on. Chantel's mom is calling. Hello. Hello, Miss Chantel's mom. Hello. Okay. Hi. No. Okay. I tried. Good morning, Chantel. Will be a little late this morning. The computer's is updating. Okay, cool. No worries. So Chantel will be here soon. Okay. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and just scroll down a little so we can get started. This is just like it's like an activity we would, oh my God. Hold on, she's calling one more time. See if it works this time. I did. Hi, this is Mr. Hughes. Okay, whatever. This is just an activity, as you can see, like this one says on a coordinate grid, which you guys know, that's just like that grid chart with the X line and the Y line, the hallways and the elevators. And it's telling you to create a robot out of polygons, which is, you know, if you make a very simple robot, it's just a bunch of squares and rectangles and stuff like that. But you guys, well, you do not have to do that. So this is a coordinate grid, as you guys know. All right, we have our hallways and our elevator or our floors. All right, this is a very scary face. I'm assuming to start the robot for the activity. So if we did what it was saying, it would want us to do something like, you know, make a dot here, make a dot here, make a dot here and here, and then we connect it. And so now we have a robot head, and then it would want us to make like a robot body, you know, robot arms, something like that. This is obviously really bad, as you know, but just letting you know. So, all right. So I'm gonna keep going. Okay. So for this one, we're doing polygon side length. So let's just get started by simply graphing, which is something we already know how to do. Okay. So we're just plotting the points on the grid and draw the polygon by connecting it. Like I said, all this is plotting points, which we already know how to do. And then we're just connecting the dots. And then we're going to see what shape it makes, like a triangle, square, you know, whatever. All right. So this one, A, straight up says we're going to be doing a rectangle with 4 points, as you guys know, for A, B, C, and D. So if A is 1, 1, can someone tell me where that is? Can someone tell me, am I going left or right, up or down? Where am I going? Feel free to raise your hand or type it. Is the chat box really still not showing up? That's so annoying. No. I don't know why the chat box won't show up like here on the front page, but whatever. Okay. Does anybody want to raise their hand and help me plot this one? It's point A. So all you got to do is tell me what hallway am I going to, and then what elevator floor am I going to? Honest or Ayub, whoever it is.
1, 1 goes at 1, 1.
1, 1. There you go. So good. For those of you that like, if that was like too easy or simple, you can also say like go left, go right, go up, go down. But that one was pretty easy, I'll give you that. This next one, though, is -1, 1. So now what am I doing? This is not going to be a repeat of yesterday, guys. As you remember, and I have no shame here, there was a student yesterday who joined us on Zoom who I did mark as absent because he did not participate for 45 minutes. He said nothing. So I, as the teacher, just assumed he either fell asleep, was on his phone, playing video games, watching TV, something. All right? I am letting you guys know the same thing. I personally would try and participate early on because the questions will get harder. So even if you get it wrong, you are participating, you will get credit for today. And this is for everyone, but mostly because like this, BBEC, this is your first day here. If you do not participate at all, the whole class, I mark you absent. You have to participate at least once. All right? Reham. Oh, you use the thing, don't you?
The same spot, but on the opposite side.
Same spot, opposite side. She is correct. That is one way to word it. Yep. So guys, I went to -1. So I went backwards. I went to this hallway, but I still went up to floor, to the, I guess, the first floor. So we can essentially pretend that this line is like, like the basement level or like the parking garage under the building kind of thing. You know what I mean? And then we can go up to the first floor, second floor. Oh, you guys know. Cool. All right. The length of BC. All right. Oh, hold on. Let me mark this. Okay. This is A. This is B. Okay. The length of BC is represented by this, by 1 plus -4. So this one might be hard. Oh, I see hands. Reham.
-3?
Okay. Close. Anas Ayub.
Um,
Were you guys going to say the same thing?
-4?
Close. So does anybody remember? Oh my gosh. Um, does anybody remember absolute value at all by chance?
I think. Oh.
Maybe. So guys, absolute value. Remember when we see those two walls, beside our numbers, absolute value is simply asking for the number. Simply asking for the number. All right? Do you guys remember that?
Yeah. Is it actually 4?
So yeah, so whether that number in there is positive or negative, we want to focus on the 4. Oh, somebody's coming in. We want to focus on the 4. So then what would 1 plus 4 be?
1 plus 4?
Yep. 5. Yes. Yeah, no, that would be 5. I'm just double checking. Just double checking I'm teaching you guys the right thing. Right? Here's the expression. Let's go. Separate it. Okay, yeah. So, because they're separated, it just wants to know what number is inside this wall, what number is inside this wall, add them. If, because I'm just double checking here, if in the wall it was -4, for example, plus 1 inside the wall, okay, so they're both inside the wall. If they're both inside the wall, first you solve it. So to solve this one, yes, it would be -3. So yes, it would be -3 first, which would then give us this, -3, which then makes our absolute value 3. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
For some of us? Okay.
Yeah.
Whoa. Cool. Feel free to just do like the thumbs up emoji. Just because there is a lot going on today. So, dun 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 dun. Cool. See, there we go. Sick. So since this answer is 5, okay, the length of BC is represented by 5. It is saying that from B, we're gonna go up or down 5 because that's the absolute value. The absolute value is 100% 5. Excuse me. Okay, which means we can go up 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or we can go down 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, because the absolute value is 5. Okay, which would kind of, yeah, to kind of, be like that. Reham, what's your question? Reham? Nothing? Are you in the chat? I don't see anything. Okay, that's fine. So, if we just trust me here, because we also have a plus sign, by the way. Okay, if this was 1 minus -4, okay, it would be 1 minus 4, which would give us a negative for our outside, and then like a 3, right? Yeah, 3, because our absolute value would be 3. But then that means we would go down. Anyways, I feel like I'm just confusing you guys, so I'm gonna stop doing that. Reham, no, I could not hear you. I didn't. I'm sorry. I was talking. Nope, I didn't hear anything. Sorry. Sorry. Do you want to try again? Nah, okay. That's fair. Okie dokie. So, since we're up here, guys, what is our hallway? Whether we do up here or down here, what's our hallway? Honest.
Sideways?
Huh?
Wait, I mean, oh, no, not sideways. Right.
Right, yes. Yep, so we go right 1. So our hallway for C is -1. All right? And then what floor are we going to? Where are we taking the elevator?
Number 1?
So that's B, but we're trying to figure out C. So C can either be up here or down here.
I think right right 6. Floor
You,
6.
you want to go up 6?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. We'll do that one then. Okay, so guys, we went up 6, which means I'm going to erase this bottom one. Okay, so we went up 6. Now, to complete this rectangle, okay, because we have this so far, if I made a perfect rectangle based on this, that would mean this last point has to be right here. That has to be D. So what point is that? What hallway and what floor am I doing for that one? All right.
6.
Remember, this is the hallway, this is the floor.
Hallway, left.
Left, close.
Oh, negative.
Nope, we're doing D now.
D, O. 6.
6, so that's my floor. And then we're actually doing positive 1. Positive 1. And so guys, this is my rectangle, okay? Not too shabby. 1, 6, yes. Yep, 1, 6 indeed. All right. So does that part make sense so far? We've gotten that. Next, it wants us to make a right triangle, which will only have 3 points, and it gives us 2 of those points. All right, cool. So it gives us 2 of those points. -5, remember, first one is always the hallway, second one is the floor. That's where we're taking the elevator. So let me use a different color for this one because they're gonna overlap a little, I think. All right, so I'm going to the -5 hallway, because that one's first, we're right here. -5 hallway up to the first floor. Boom, right there. And that point is called X. Now this one, I'm going to the -3 hallway and up 6, right there. This one is called Z. Okay, I can go ahead and just draw a line. That's a horrible line, but I did my best. Um, so remember, hallway, floor, hallway, floor. Oh my gosh, hallway, floor, okay? Excuse me. All right, now it's telling us ZY is represented here and XY is represented here. So based on the answer, it'll give us our coordinates, okay? Based on the answer, it should give us our coordinates. All right, so 6 minus 1 is what?
5.
There you go. Thank you, Vivek. Vivek, since it's your first day, I'm just gonna kind of review rules with you. You're not gonna like get in trouble today. There are 2 ways to raise your hand. There's like it looks like a clapping emoji, so you can totally use that if you want. It should be at the bottom under reactions. Or there are these 3 dots by the thing that says mute. There are 3 dots, and if you click on those 3 dots, then there's a raise your hand option. You can do either of those. You got the BBEC. That's BBEC, guys. And that's okay. Yeah, some of you can't use reactions, but try to raise your hand or use the clapping emoji. And if you can't, then just type your answer in the box. That would be best. But BBEC is right. 6 minus 1 is 5. Okay. Then we have -5 minus -3. -5 minus -3. There you go, Vivek. Nice. So Vivek, do you know what this one is?
-2.
So yes, because the absolute value of 5 and the absolute value of 3 is just 5 and 3, so 5 minus 3 equals 2 for sure. All right, and then since we have a negative, or we have minus on the outside, it's going to be negative, which means we're going to go -2, 5? No, we're going to go 5, -2. That's a big triangle, but that's what it looks like. Yeah, oh, sorry, zy. Z to y is going to be to the 5. Boom. So z to y is positive 5, so we're going to go to the 5. And then x to y is the negative 2, which will be right here. So we're going to go down, boom, right there. Boom. Ah! Oh my gosh, this is hard. Drawing on a computer. Straight line, straight line, straight line. I was so close. Hold on. Drive me insane. Sure, close enough. Okay, guys, drawing on a screen is hard. Okay, but that's the best I can do. And this is a right triangle. It's supposed to be at least, and it would be, because this one would be like that straight line, and this one would be that straight. This looks so bad. You know, that would be the right angle. This is so ugly. And then this would be the curvy point. Ew, this looks so bad. Yuck. I hate it. I'm depression. That looks so bad. So anyways, we have 5, negative 2. Okay, I'm erasing this because this looks so bad. But anyways, it did say to make a right triangle. It was a right triangle, as you could see, because this was a perfect 90-degree angle. And a 90-degree angle looks just like an L. It's boom, boom. Okay, and then our other line, you know, was like that. It was a diagonal. But anyways, my horrible drawing skills on a computer are just so beautiful. Chat. The wheeze. What? The wheeze. Nerd. I don't know what that means. I'm too old to know what that means. Okay. Bum, bum, bum. All right. The use rect. Oh, was I so? Oh no, I erased it. It's okay. We'll figure it out. Okay. Use rectangle ABCD and triangle XYZ to fill in the table. The first row has been done as an example. Okay. Welp. Way to go, Mr. Hughes, for erasing everything. First, though, we have line A to B, right? So that's one line. Okay. Then we're going to have line B to C. Then we're going to have line C to D. And then we technically would have line A to D to finish it. So I don't know why, excuse me. So I don't know why it's only giving us 3 boxes, because we have a, you know, oh, horizontal, oh, I'm dumb. Oh, I see it now. Ah. So it wants to know horizontal, vertical. Gotcha. Okay. If you guys remember, horizontal is like a horizon line where you can see the sunset, you know, sunset. Ah. Okay. A vertical line is one that stands straight up. Okay. Just like, you know, a person standing. Okay. It's a really bad person, but whatever. Drawing on a computer is hard, guys. Mr. Hughes, you guys would have never thought I'm an art teacher based on my drawing skills on a computer. But anyways, so if you remember this one, 1, 1, and then negative 1, 1. Oh my gosh. Okay, we had 1, 1, and negative 1, 1. Remember that? That was the bottom right here. Okay. Oh, let's go down. Dun, dun, dun. And then the expression negative 1 plus 1 was 2. Remember? Because the absolute value of negative 1 is 1. The absolute value of 1 is 1. You add them, you get a positive 2. Okay? Which meant they were 2 spaces away. So if we do it, so we went 1, 2. We went 1, 2. Okay. So that also helps us out just to make sure, like we do the right thing. Um, so that was A, B. The other horizontal one up here were the other 2 points, C and D. So that one is the other horizontal one we have, which goes right here. So it's C and D, okay? C and D, if you remember, C and D, if you remember, we're up here. Remember, we went all the way up, and we did -1, 6, and then +1, 6, if you remember that. Okay, oh my gosh, it's weird drawing on the screen. There we go. We had negative, yeah, -1, 6, and +1, 6. Oh, I didn't need to write the positive. I'm a dum-dum. +1, 6. Okay, so again, the length was again -1 + 1, which was 2, which makes sense if you remember, because, oh my gosh, because we literally did the same thing. We went 1, 2, and we had our rectangle right there. Okay, so this is so hard. Okay, I see chat stuff. Mike was asking. Oh my gosh, whatever, nerds. Okay, and then our vertical, so our up and down. Okay, if you remember, where's my pen? There it is. Cool. Was from A to D, and then B to C. Okay. All right. If you remember, A was the positive one, so that was 1, 1. And then B was this one, the -1, 1. Okay. We remember C was -1, 6. -1, 6. Okay. And then D was right here, was the 1, 6. Okay. And you can just put like a little and sign or whatever you want to put right there. Okay. Do we remember that? Kind of, sort of, maybe? Okay. I got one person that said yes. And somebody gave me a thumbs up. Cool. Oh, somebody, your hand is up. Do you have a question? What's up?
Sorry, I didn't know the hand was up.
Oh, no, you're fine. You don't have to apologize. Okay, cool. All right. So guys, now it wants us to do the length expression. Okay. So keep in mind, we are measuring the length of AD, this time, which is the one that goes up. So we're not going to add the first two because the vertical line is the Y. Oh God, this is about to sound really confusing, and I'm trying to think of a simpler way to explain it. Okay, real quick, bear with me. You guys are for sure, because this is all new, you're most likely gonna have to watch the YouTube video today and just keep pausing and rewinding and watch this again. Basics, and I'll go slow. Let me go up just real quick so I can explain this. As you can see, there is oh, let me change the color. There's an X right here and a Y right here. That is super important. Always remember, okay? The vertical or the horizontal line, the X, that's the hallway. X is the hallway, okay? X is the hallway. Y is the floor. Y is the floor. You're in the elevator, you're in the Y elevator. Why the elevator? Why the elevator? Y is the elevator. You're going up to a floor. X marks the spot on the ground. On the ground. X doesn't mark the spot up. X marks the spot on the ground. That's the hallway. I don't know. I just made that up. Hopefully that helps. X marks the spot on the ground. Y, the elevator. Why? I don't know. Maybe that helps. Hopefully that helps. That is super important. And if you remember, right here, where it goes 1, 1, we did hallway, elevator, which means we do X, then Y. Always, 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 it'll be X, then Y. If that's also too confusing, you can think you always have to walk to the elevator. You have to walk to X, marks the spot, and then X marks the spot tells you to take the elevator. Why? I don't know, because it does. And then you take the elevator. X, then Y. And in the alphabet, it goes Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. X comes first, Y. Even in the alphabet, X comes first, then Y. A, B, C, D, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Okay? X is first, then Y. X, Y, X, Y. X marks the spot, Y. Okay? Maybe that helps. Pause, rewind. You'll get a lot of good memes out of me saying that over and over again. I'm pretty sure. I don't know, over and up. This isn't that confusing, not gonna lie. That's great, I'm glad. I just need everybody else to know that because I don't hear anybody else doing like thumbs up or anything. So I'm just stressed you guys don't know what I'm saying. So I just did a whole little thing about it, okay? So hopefully hopefully we're not gonna be confused. With that said, X, then Y, okay? With that said, we're coming down here. Was this where we are? Nope, we're on this. It looks like that. Yeah. Okay, so now we're here. All right. I'm going to just write it one more time. Since this is horizontal, this one was X. Oh my gosh, let me erase this because y'all are going to get confused. Okay. Since this one was horizontal, this one's X. Since this one's vertical, it is Y. So if you remember, when we did this length, we did the two X ones. Look at that, -1 and 1. And on this one, we did the same thing, -1 and 1, because that's X. So on these two, which ones do you think we're going to be doing? Someone other than Anis and Ayub, hopefully. Okay, remember X, we did the first one, X and Y. Okay, so if this one's Y, what numbers are we doing in this one? Anybody want to take a guess other than Anis and Ayub? A guess. Anything. Thank you, Reham, for at least participating. All right? Thank you. Okay? Guys, don't be scared to get the wrong answer. That's how you learn. Just so you know, no one just is smart automatically. You have to fail to get things right. Thank you, Reham. So guys, Reham participated even though she knew she was wrong. I'm giving her full participation for today. Okay? So, it isn't 1, 1, because that's X. It is Y, which means we're doing the second one on all of these. Okay? We're doing the second one. This one was the first one because it's the X. This one's the second one because it's the Y, which means this one wants us to do 1 plus 6 and, shocker, 1 plus 6, which is what? I should see everyone's hand up for what is 1 plus 6. Other than Anis and Ayub and Reham. Bebek.
7.
Thank you. Bebek has his participation for today. Right? I should have seen way more than those hands, by the way, because you all should know what 1 plus 6 is. So yes, it's 7. Now, since this first one was 2 and this one is 7, okay, let me erase these. And again, all of this is being recorded, so please watch the YouTube video when I post it today, okay? Please. I don't want you guys saying, this is too confusing, I don't know what to do, because this time I'm saying, watch the YouTube video, so that way you don't stay confused. So, when we did our square, and it was this, oh, God bless. I can't draw. Wasn't it something like that? Was it something like that? It was something like that. I don't remember. Wasn't it? Whatever. Something like that. Okay. All we did is we knew that it was 2 and then 7. Okay? It's the best I can do to explain it. Did you know that I ate green bean? Oh, God bless. You're silly. Okay. Hi. Anybody have any questions about that? All right, then I'm gonna move on. Okay, it looks like, so that's like an activity we're not doing that. So we have a significant amount left, technically, but class is over in 2 minutes. I figured we'd go over a little because today was a new thing. This one just wants you to practice dividing with big numbers. So it's just practicing long division. This is not required. I'm fairly certain you guys know how to do long division. It might take you a while. It would take Mr. Hughes a while because these are 4-digit numbers. But I think you guys did fine on that when we reviewed that last week. This would have been a fun activity to do. You take these polygons and you're supposed to like make a robot with it. And then from there, then you get to like play this almost bingo game kind of thing. It would have been fun. But anyways, so here we are. It wants us to just review, find polygons in the faces of objects around the classroom, sketch a list. So if we were in class, it would want us to grab random objects like this, for example, which has measurable sides because it's a polygon. So anything that's like, I only have squares and rectangles around me. I don't have any like triangles or like other shapes, but it would want us to take something like this, sketch at least 4 of them, and then list the names of some of the polygons we found. So like we would go around the room and say, Mr. Hughes, I found a polygon, this is a rectangle. Mr. Hughes, I found a polygon, this is a square. Mr. Hughes, I found a rhombus, a diamond, a parallelogram, whatever. That is what we would do. That would be super fun. We went over time, so maybe we can do that tomorrow. That will require everyone to use their camera if possible. If not, that's fine. But for those of you that do have your camera, it's just a fun thing to be like, to show like random things from your house, and then you get to like talk a little bit about it for like 2 minutes and be like, boom, this is the polygon I found. It's a rectangle. It's my Game Boy Micro. I got it when I was 15 years old, and I played Pokemon Emerald on it. The end. Stuff like that. But yeah, so if you want, feel free to just look around your house for some polygons, which again are just shapes with measurable sides. So no circles, no Pokeballs, because I can't measure this yet. We won't be able to measure this until we learn circumference, radius, volume. We're not there yet, okay? So just things with sides we can measure. And then it would do the same thing. We plot these points like we did today. So in theory, this would be your homework if I had papers printed out for you guys. And then I would make you plot it and then finish the square and then talk about it and stuff. So today's homework will be very similar. It'll be on Ed Puzzle and it'll be about polygons. Whoa, there's a lot going on. Someone left, I think it was Demetrius. Yep, I don't see Demetrius. Sorry, SMH. Do you know where I can get a That's easy. Why is everything about robot? Chromebooks don't allow camera. Okay. Let me remind everyone, excuse me, to try and only use the group chat for school-related purposes. All right. If it is in the morning, like check-in time, you can use the group chat for whatever. Okay, I don't care. It's our time to like greet each other, be silly, do stuff like that. I should